Constitution, the Appointments Clause empowers presidents to nominate Supreme Court justices. It could easily be argued that President Trump has a constitutional obligation to pick someone before the election. Now, Democrats don't want this because it will give the president a third conservative justice. That's a third of the court. Plus, they're still really upset about what happened to Obama's 2016 election year pick. Justice Scalia had passed away and they went with Merrick Garland. Now, that situation was totally different. Obama was a Democrat and the Senate was controlled by Republicans. He didn't have a leg to stand on. Here, we have Republicans on all sides. This should get through pretty easily. Additionally, the words of nearly every top Democrat at the time, from Hillary Clinton to Nancy Pelosi to Chuck Schumer and Bernie Sanders, they sound a lot like President Trump today. In fact, Joe Biden even said, the American people deserve a fully staffed court of 9. And the late, great Ruth Bader Ginsburg herself even said, senators refusing to vote on Obama's nominee should recognize that a president is elected for 4 years, not 3. Well, she's right. President Trump is also elected for 4 years. He's within his term, and it's within his constitutional right to pick a Supreme Court justice right away.
Hello and welcome back to another Millennial Minute. Today's burning question: should Republicans name their nominee for Ruth Bader Ginsburg's seat on the Supreme Court this year? You've already heard us taking a turn here. So Erin, she's saying that the nominee, she's referring to Amy Coney Barrett, of course, is really out of step with mainstream opinion. Do you agree with that?
Well, she's 100% a step with judicial opinion. There's a concept, and I'm an attorney, by the way. There's a concept called stare decisis, and that means that judges must rely on legal precedent. Amy Coney Barrett has spoken out very vociferously and written articles about this, and it means you need to follow the law of the land. She has taken judicial oaths and will take another one as a Supreme Court justice to follow the law of the land. And Roe versus Wade is the law of the land, and she firmly believes that she supports the judicial.
So, Erin, I'm sorry to interrupt you. So you don't feel like a lot of what people are scared about, like gay marriage going away, abortion becoming illegal, etc., is based on any sort of truth?
It's based on a 100% fear tactic employed by Democrats.
Do you agree with that, Jenna?
No, not particularly.
Tell me why.
Not particularly when the candidate has said that it's going to be her focus to overturn Roe v. Wade, and why Trump is stacking the court the way.
Even if this lady is appointed to the highest court in the land, she is going to hold up the precedents that already exist.
Look, just like a liberal justice would lobby and try to expand the law, a conservative justice could likely try to make the law smaller. That is within judicial authority. But I do believe, as a judge, someone who has passed the bar, and as someone who respects the law, she will uphold the law of the land. Roe v. Wade is firmly established legal precedent. It would be next to impossible to overturn. And by the way, just so you know, one judge can't do anything on his or her own. You need a consensus. And by the way, the Supreme Court does not have to hear a case. So 4 justices would have to agree to hear the case. A majority of justices would have to rule on the case to change the law. It's not like she's just going to snap her fingers and get a magic wand and say, here's the law. And moreover, since Roe v. Wade was passed, abortion has in itself changed. The idea of a back alley abortion isn't really the norm or the commonplace from what I understand medically anymore. Now there are medical abortions and there are ways that people are taking pills. So it's another fear tactic to say everyone is going to just die, these women that want to have abortions. I think it's firmly established law, and the medical practice itself has changed.
Jenna, go ahead.
Well, I think the outstanding question is then if you're suggesting that Roe v. Wade is carved in stone and can't be touched, which I don't agree with.
We're running out of time.
Jenna, I totally respect what you're saying. I think that he is appointing a judge within his constitutional ability to do so that will uphold the laws of the land, regardless of partisan politics. And, we know that our Chief Justice Roberts was appointed by Bush, and he has leaned a little more towards the left. And by the way, you said that Roe v. Wade is etched in stone. I said that it is open to interpretation. It is firmly established precedent in the law of the land. But yes, a liberal judge would try to expand it, and a conservative judge would perhaps try to limit it. But in and of itself, it's firmly established precedent.
Okay, well then, this turned out to be a debate that I did not know where it was going. So I guess bottom line is you both agree that the party in power should be able to fill the Supreme Court seat, but Jenna thinks that, they should.
You can't just wash over it and assume that she's just a neutral candidate when she is as far right of a candidate.
That, she's going to respect the law as it stands.
Also, judges are not here to make the law. They are only here to interpret the law. You've got the people in the other branches of government that make laws. Judges do not.
Well, thank you both for being here for this very spirited debate.
Thank you. Thanks, Jenna.
You're welcome.